Hey, this is Max with Four Seasons Plumbing. I'm just going to go over how to flush a water heater. We got some video here of Ty, one of our great techs, flushing a gas style water heater, tank style water heater. All right, so all you're really going to need as far as tools are a hose and possibly a flathead screwdriver, depending on your drain. And here he's just shutting the gas off. So if you have an electric water heater, you'll want to just turn the breaker off if you have a gas. You don't necessarily have to turn the gas supply off, but you definitely want to turn it to pilot. You don't want to empty water with a working water heater. And here he's just looking for some leaks. So we've got a full port drain, and we'll just talk about that in a couple of minutes. That's something that we put on water heaters when we install them, just to make this process a little more efficient. Now he's just getting everything going again. Turn the gas back on. He's going to relight the pilot light. And again, if you don't turn the gas off, you just turn it to pilot. You don't have to go through this process, but Ty's just being extra cautious. And now we're just testing it to make sure it all works well. And then we'll put the cover back on, make sure none of the wires get pinched, and we'll be good for the day. All right, so that's pretty much it. Pretty simple process. One of the things that we do when we install water heaters, we put a full port drain on there. The ones that come with water heaters are quarter port drains. And so that's why you'd need the flathead screwdriver to open those up. If you have a plastic one on there, be careful with those. They can get kind of brittle over time, excuse me. So with the full port drain, when you're doing it, you didn't see in the video, but Ty was turning it on and off a few times just to kind of stir up the water a little bit. And getting it flowing out. You don't have to turn the water off to the water heater. It actually makes it better in this process. Now there is another way to flush it, by draining the thing completely, and that is definitely more effective. It gets more sediment out, but the only time you really want to do that is if you're having an issue with smells or taste, or you feel like the tank's been contaminated. Then you want to drain it completely, and it's a different process. It's definitely more involved, and it's harder on your water heater. The reason we don't typically do that is because, a tank water heater never really sees groundwater temperature. It's already when it's bringing water in, it's going to get lukewarm at the coolest, really. So when you take a metal water heater, especially an older one, and you completely empty it and then introduce 55-degree water, it's going to make it contract more than it ever has, and then expand back out. So if you got an older water heater, you may end up finding a leak that wasn't quite there yet if you do that. So we don't typically do that unless you've got some kind of bacteria in there, or you've got a problem, and then we go through a sanitizing process as well. But that's pretty much it. We got the full port drain on there to make it a little bit easier for us. You can still do it with the quarter port drain. You'll want to probably let it run a little bit longer. With the full port drain, we do it for about 5 minutes. With the quarter port, you may want to do it for probably twice as long, about 10 minutes. You can also run it into a bucket and just keep doing it until you don't see any more sediment coming through. Just empty it after each little cycle. That's pretty much it. Simple process. It's going to help your water heater last longer, also be more efficient, especially gas water heaters. They get all that sediment built up on the bottom, and they can cause it to heat unevenly and just cause a lot of problems. So it's a good, simple process you can do. It shouldn't take you more than 10 or 15 minutes if you do it every year. So I hope this is helpful, and if you have any questions or need any advice, or would like for one of our team members to come out and flush it for you, feel free to give us a call. Thanks a lot.